All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into 50 healing journal prompts.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, we found this really cool article on Stallion.
Stallion.
Yeah, it's a website all about journaling and stuff.
Okay, cool.
And this article is called 50 Healing Journal Prompts PDF. But what's really neat is that these prompts are they're not just random.
Yeah.
They're actually grouped together in a way that kind of takes you on a journey.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, towards healing, like letting go of the past and, embracing the future.
I like that, a journey, like
Yeah.
a guided tour through healing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool.
So the first group of prompts focuses on reflecting on emotional healing.
Okay.
And some of these are they really made me stop and think.
Oh, really?
One that stood out to me was, how are you feeling today? Both emotionally and physically.
Mm.
It seemed pretty basic,
Yeah.
but it really highlights that connection between your mind and body
Right. Yeah.
and reminds you that your emotions, can really impact your physical well-being too.
It's so true. We often forget about that mind-body connection.
Right, totally.
Like if you're feeling stressed, you might get a headache or your stomach might hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that I thought was really interesting. What does emotional healing look like to you?
Ooh. I like that one.
Yeah, it's very personal, right?
It is. It is.
It reminds us that healing is not a, one-size-fits-all.
Right. Exactly.
thing.
It's unique to each individual.
Exactly.
Like for me, emotional healing might look like feeling more at peace,
Mm-hmm.
less anxious, but for someone else, it could be about setting boundaries
Okay,
or
yeah.
finally expressing themselves authentically.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's really about what resonates with you.
So it's about figuring out what works for you, what feels right.
And that ties into a bigger concept, emotional intelligence,
Oh, yeah.
which is the ability to understand and manage your emotions. The more we understand our own emotions, the better we can cope with stress
Right.
and build healthy relationships.
It's like having a toolbox for your feelings.
Exactly.
Know how to use them.
And this article also emphasizes that healing takes time.
Yeah.
There's no rush, you know?
Yeah, that's such a good point.
We're often so impatient with ourselves.
Yeah,
But healing is a process.
absolutely.
It's not a race.
So true, so true.
And speaking of processes,
Yeah.
the article then dives into a topic that can be a bit heavier, letting go of the past.
Right, yeah.
But it's not just about forgetting what happened.
Yeah.
It's about actively processing those experiences
Mhm.
and releasing the things that are no longer serving you.
That's a really good distinction.
Because sometimes those past hurts can really hold us back. They can
Mhm.
keep us stuck in negative thought patterns
Right.
and prevent us from moving forward. One prompt that I thought was particularly powerful is, what is one memory from your past that still affects you today? How can you begin to let go?
That's a tough one.
It is.
It makes you really confront those feelings head on.
Exactly. And it might bring up some uncomfortable emotions.
Yeah.
But by acknowledging those experiences, we can start to loosen their grip.
And another prompt that I found really interesting was, how do you forgive yourself for past mistakes?
Forgiveness is huge.
It is, right?
It's like a key ingredient in the healing process.
Both for ourselves and others.
Exactly.
Holding on to anger and resentment, that could just be so draining.
It is. It's like carrying around a heavy weight.
Right, yeah.
Forgiveness allows us to let go of that weight.
There's a really powerful line in the article that stuck with me. It says, letting go is a form of self-love that allows healing to begin.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's like giving yourself permission to move on.
To heal.
Exactly.
To free yourself from the past.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So we've talked about reflecting on our emotions and letting go of the past.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's shift gears to something a little more practical. Self-care.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
This section is all about tangible things you can do to support your well-being.
I'm all about that. Practical tips.
One prompt that stood out to me is, what does self-care mean to you in the context of healing? It's like a personalized definition.
Right, yeah.
Because self-care can look different for everyone.
Totally, yeah.
It's not just about bubble baths and face masks.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being.
Right, so it's about setting boundaries,
Yes.
practicing mindfulness, eating healthy, things like that.
Exactly, and it's not selfish.
No, not at all.
It's essential.
Yeah.
When you take care of yourself, you're better able to show up for others.
And there's another prompt that I really like. It asks, what is one self-care practice that makes you feel truly nurtured?
Ooh, that's a good word.
It's about identifying the things that really fill you up.
Right, like what truly nourishes your soul.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
What are some of your go-to self-care practices?
Oh, for me,
Yeah.
I love taking walks in nature.
Oh, yeah.
It really helps me clear my head
Me too.
and just feel more grounded.
It's like a reset button, right?
It is, it is.
You're just surrounded by nature,
Yeah.
and everything else kind of fades away.
And sometimes self-care is as simple as just allowing yourself to rest.
Oh, absolutely.
Giving yourself permission to slow down.
It's hard, though, right?
It is.
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle.
But rest is so important.
It is, yeah.
It allows our bodies and minds to recharge.
Totally.
So we've talked about emotional healing, letting go of the past, and self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Now the article takes us on a journey of finding strength.
Ooh, I like that.
It's called Finding Strength in the Journey. And it's about recognizing the resilience that emerges from facing challenges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's about acknowledging that healing can be tough.
But also realizing that we have the inner strength to get through it.
And sometimes we need a reminder of that strength,
Oh, absolutely.
especially when we're feeling discouraged.
One prompt that I found really helpful is, how do you remind yourself of your resilience when things get tough?
That's a good one.
It encourages us to connect with our inner resources.
Right.
And to draw strength from past experiences.
So it's like remembering a time when you overcame a challenge
Exactly.
and realizing that you have that strength within you.
Exactly.
You've done it before. You can do it again.
Exactly. And sometimes those challenges actually lead to incredible growth.
Oh, absolutely.
There's this concept in psychology called post-traumatic growth,
Oh, yeah.
which suggests that people can actually experience positive change as a result of going through difficult things.
So it's not about pretending that challenges don't exist.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that we can emerge from those challenges stronger than before.
Exactly.
One prompt that I thought was really powerful in this section is, what is one challenge you've overcome that made you stronger?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it invites you to reflect on your past victories.
And to recognize the strength you already possess.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, hey, you've already accomplished so much.
Right.
You can handle this.
Another prompt that I liked is, how do you find strength during difficult times?
Oh, that's a good one for self-reflection.
Yeah, it makes you think about your coping mechanisms.
Yeah, what helps you stay grounded?
Like, what are your go-to strategies?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that help you stay strong?
For me, it's often about connecting with my values.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, when I feel grounded in my purpose,
Mm-hmm.
it gives me a sense of direction.
Right, it's like a compass
It is.
that guides you.
It can also be helpful to connect with others who have gone through similar challenges.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Their stories can provide so much hope.
Right, like you're not alone.
Exactly, you're not alone.
So we've explored emotional healing, letting go of the past, self-care, and finding strength.
That's quite a journey.
It is, right.
Now the article takes us to the final stage, embracing the future.
Okay, yeah.
This section is all about possibility and hope.
I love that.
It's about recognizing that healing is not just about fixing what's broken.
Yeah,
It's about creating a future that you're excited about.
totally, yeah.
One prompt that really captures this spirit is, what does a healed version of yourself look like?
That's a powerful one.
It is.
It invites you to really envision your ideal future self.
Exactly, to step into the shoes of your healed self.
And imagine what life would be like.
Yeah, it's a powerful exercise in visualization.
Oh,
It
yeah.
can be incredibly motivating.
And there's another prompt that I like that asks, what is one goal you're excited to pursue once you've healed?
Oh, that's a good one.
It's like connecting your healing journey to your dreams.
Yeah, it's like, okay, once I've moved through this, what do I want to create?
It's about setting your sights on something positive.
Exactly.
So it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.
Yes,
It's about creating a life that's full of joy and purpose.
I love that.
So we've explored all 5 sections of the article,
We have.
reflecting on emotional healing,
Mm-hmm.
letting go of the past, self-care, finding strength, and embracing the future.
And what's really cool is that these prompts, they create a roadmap for healing.
They do, yeah.
They guide us through a process of self-discovery.
It's like a journey, right?
It is. It is.
With different stages along the way.
And it's important to remember that healing is personal.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no one right way to do it.
Right.
What works for one person might not work for another.
So true.
So it's important to approach these prompts with a sense of curiosity,
Yeah.
to experiment, to see what resonates with you.
To make them your own.
Exactly.
And to trust that you have the wisdom and the strength to find your own path to healing.
Beautifully said.
And I think that's a great place to pause. Yeah.
And reflect.
Yeah, on what we've discussed so far.
And to think about what resonated with you the most.
Right, because ultimately, this is about empowering you
Yeah.
to take ownership of your healing journey.
And to create a life that you love.
Exactly.
Right? A life that is aligned with your truest self.
And we'll continue this journey
Yes.
in the next part of our deep dive.
Well, stay tuned.
We'll be back soon.
With even more insights and resources to support your healing journey.
Absolutely.
See you then.
You know, as we kind of dig deeper into these prompts,
Yeah.
I'm struck by how they encourage us to look at our lives from like all these different angles.
Yeah, it's like they're holding up a mirror, right?
Hey.
Reflecting back not just our experiences, but also like the ways we relate to ourselves and the world around us.
Yeah, and how we take care of ourselves too.
Oh, totally. Self-care. We touched on that in the last part, but I want to like go a little deeper.
Yeah, let's dive in. Because this article really highlights that self-care isn't just about, pampering ourselves.
Right.
It's about creating a whole lifestyle.
Yeah, a lifestyle that supports our well-being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On every level.
And that can sometimes involve setting boundaries.
Oh, yeah. Boundaries are huge.
Which can be tough.
They can be really tough.
But so important.
Especially during healing.
Yeah, one prompt asks, how do you prioritize self-care when life gets busy?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And for me, it's about recognizing my own limits.
Yeah.
And communicating them to others.
Like sometimes you just got to say no.
You do.
You can't do it all.
Exactly.
You got to take care of yourself first.
Yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Exactly.
You're constantly giving your energy away.
You'll burn out.
You will.
You got to replenish that energy.
It's about saying yes to yourself.
Yes.
And sometimes that means saying no to other things.
Even if it means disappointing someone.
I know, it's hard.
It is, but it's necessary. Another prompt that stood out to me in this section asks, how do you manage stress in a way that supports your healing journey?
Ooh, stress management.
Because stress, that can be a major roadblock.
It can be huge to healing. Yeah, it's like trying to rebuild a house while it's still on fire.
Right, exactly.
You got to put the fire out first.
You got to calm those flames down.
Yeah, and this article encourages us to explore different stress management techniques.
Yeah, find what works for you.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
So true.
Like for some people, it might be mindfulness or meditation. For others, it might be exercise or spending time in nature.
Yeah, what are some of your go-to strategies for managing stress?
Well, mindfulness has been a game changer for me.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Just taking a few minutes each day to focus on my breath, to observe my thoughts and feelings without judgment.
It's so simple, but so powerful.
It is. It really helps me stay grounded.
And present.
Yes, present in the moment.
Instead of getting caught up in all the worries and what-ifs.
Exactly, and you can do it anytime, anywhere.
Like even right now.
Even right now, just take a deep breath.
I love that just a few conscious breaths can really make a difference.
They can.
I also find connecting with nature to be really helpful for stress.
Oh, yeah. Nature's amazing.
It is, whether it's a walk in the park or a hike in the woods. Just being surrounded by nature helps me to feel more grounded.
It's like nature has this calming energy.
It does. It
It
does.
soothes the soul.
And sometimes self-care is as simple as listening to your body
Yes.
and giving yourself permission to rest.
That's a good one. Permission to rest.
Because we're so programmed to like push through fatigue.
I know, the hustle culture.
Right, exactly.
But rest is so important.
It is. We need to recharge.
One prompt that asks, how do you honor your body's need for rest and rejuvenation?
That's a good question.
It is. It's about recognizing those signals.
Yeah, when your body is telling you to slow down.
And actually listening to them.
Exactly, yeah.
Because ignoring those signals can lead to burnout.
It can, for sure.
So it's essential to create space for rest.
And rejuvenation.
Yes. To give ourselves permission to slow down.
So we've talked about emotional healing, letting go of the past, and self-care.
Those are some big topics.
They are. But this article, it really guides you through it.
It does. It's like a roadmap.
It is. And now we're moving into a section that I find really inspiring.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's called Finding Strength in the Journey.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's about recognizing the strength that comes from facing challenges.
Resilience.
Resilience, exactly.
We all have it.
We do, but sometimes we need a little reminder.
Yeah, sometimes we forget.
One prompt that I found really helpful in this section asks, how do you remind yourself of your resilience when things get tough?
That's a good one.
It's about tapping into your inner resources.
Like, what has helped you get through tough times in the past?
Exactly, because you've done it before.
Yeah, you've got this.
You have. And connecting with your values can be really helpful too.
Oh, yeah, values are huge.
They are. Because when you're clear about what you stand for,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a sense of purpose.
Yeah, it's like a guiding light,
Exactly.
especially when things get tough.
And another powerful way to tap into your resilience is by remembering past challenges that you've overcome.
Ooh, yeah, looking back at those victories.
Yeah, one prompt asks, what is one challenge you've overcome that made you stronger?
It's like a reminder that you're more capable than you think.
Exactly. Yeah.
You've already accomplished so much.
And you can do hard things.
You can.
Another prompt that I thought was really interesting is, what is one time when you surprised yourself with your strength?
Oh, I like that one.
Because we all have those moments
We do.
where we dug deep
Yeah.
and we found a reserve of strength that we didn't even know we had.
I was like, wow, I did that.
Yeah, those moments can be so transformative.
They can. They really show you what you're made of.
One of the things I really appreciate about this article is that it doesn't shy away from the difficulty of healing.
It's real. It's honest.
It is. It acknowledges that it can be messy and uncomfortable.
And even painful at times.
Yeah, but it also emphasizes the strength that we find along the way.
The resilience, the growth.
Exactly.
It's a message of hope and empowerment.
It is.
Reminding us that even in the midst of pain and struggle,
We have the capacity to heal.
we can do hard things.
We can, and as we move into the final section of the article,
Embracing the future.
yes, we're carrying with us this understanding that we've weathered storms before,
We're stronger because of them.
and we have the strength to weather them again.
And now we're shifting our focus from the past to the possibilities that lie ahead.
Yeah, I love that shift.
It's exciting.
It is. It's about envisioning the future that you want to create.
Exactly.
One prompt that really captures this spirit asks, what does a healed version of yourself look like?
Ooh, that's a good one for visualization.
It is. It's about stepping into the shoes of your future self
Yeah, your healed self.
and imagining what life would be like.
It's a powerful exercise.
It is, and it can be so motivating.
Yeah, when you have a clear vision of what you want.
It gives you something to strive for.
Exactly.
And the article also encourages us to connect our healing journey to our goals and aspirations.
Like, what do you want to accomplish once you've moved through this?
Yeah, one prompt asks, what is one goal you're excited to pursue once you've healed?
It's about setting your sights on something positive.
It is. It's about recognizing that healing is not just about surviving.
It's about thriving.
Exactly.
It's about creating a life that you love.
A life that's full of joy and purpose.
Yes, a life that's aligned with your true self.
I love how this section shifts the energy from looking back to looking forward.
It's a powerful shift.
It is. It's about recognizing that while our past experiences have shaped us,
Yeah.
they don't define us.
We have the power to create a different future. Yeah.
Exactly. A future that's aligned with our deepest desires.
And our truest selves.
I love that. Our truest selves.
And that's a message of hope and empowerment that I think we can all carry with us.
Absolutely. So we've explored all 5 sections of this article,
We have. It's been quite a journey.
reflecting on emotional healing, letting go of the past, self-care, finding strength, and embracing the future.
And we've seen how these prompts can guide us through a process of self-discovery, healing, and growth.
Yeah, and they encourage us to look at our lives from different angles, to challenge our assumptions, and to explore new possibilities.
But as we've said before, healing is personal.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no one right way to do it.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly. So it's important to approach these prompts with a sense of curiosity and experimentation,
Yeah, to see them as starting points,
to explore your own inner landscape,
to make them your own.
and to trust that you have the wisdom and the strength to find your own path to healing.
Now, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, I want to pause for a moment and just acknowledge that healing can be challenging.
Yeah, it can be really tough.
It can be messy, uncomfortable.
And sometimes even painful.
It's true. It often requires us to confront difficult emotions.
Yeah, to face uncomfortable truths about ourselves.
And about our past.
But it's important to be gentle with ourselves through this process.
Yeah. To allow ourselves to feel whatever comes up.
Without judgment.
To honor our own pace.
And to celebrate every step forward.
No matter how small.
Those small victories are important.
They are. They're what pave the way for lasting transformation.
They're the building blocks of a healed and whole life.
And as we move into the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to invite all of us to take a moment to acknowledge our own progress,
Yeah, celebrate those wins.
to celebrate the steps we've taken on our own healing journeys.
Whether it's a big breakthrough or a small victory.
Give yourself credit for the effort
For the courage.
and for the resilience that you've cultivated.
Because every step forward, no matter how small,
Is a step in the right direction.
it is. It's a reason to celebrate.
So we're back for the last part of our deep dive into these healing journal prompts.
It's been quite a journey exploring all these different prompts.
It has, but
Yeah,
it's important to remember that journaling, it's just one tool,
right.
in our healing toolkit.
Exactly. It's about finding what works for you,
Yeah, what resonates with you.
what resonates with your experiences.
Exactly.
And for some people, that might be therapy.
Oh, yeah, therapy can be so helpful.
It can be.
Yeah, and others might find, like, creative expression to be really healing.
Oh, totally. Like art or music.
Right, or writing. Even.
Yeah. And for a lot of people, connecting with nature or exploring their spirituality can be really powerful.
Yeah, it's about building a toolkit that supports you on all levels.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's also important to remember that healing, it's not always a straight line.
No, it's not linear.
There will be ups and downs.
Yeah, moments of progress and moments of setbacks.
It's like a winding path, you know?
You might take a few steps back sometimes,
You might.
but it's all part of the process.
It is. It is.
Yeah, and one prompt that asks, how do you celebrate progress in your healing journey?
Ooh, I like that.
It's so easy to get caught up in the challenges.
Yeah, we forget to acknowledge how far we've come.
We can be so hard on ourselves,
We can.
but it's so important to celebrate those wins.
Even the small ones.
Yeah, those small victories, they're what keep us going.
They do. They're the building blocks
They are.
of a healed and whole life.
And speaking of building blocks,
Yeah.
we don't have to do this alone.
Oh, absolutely not.
Connecting with others, that could be so healing.
It can be so powerful.
Whether it's a therapist, a support group, or even just a trusted friend or family member,
Yeah, just knowing that someone else understands what you're going through.
it can make all the difference.
Just can.
It reminds you that you're not alone.
Exactly. We're all in this together.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into these healing journal prompts,
Yeah.
I just want to encourage you to reach out,
Yeah, connect with others.
build a support system that really nourishes your soul.
And remember that healing is an ongoing journey.
It is. It's a process of continual growth,
And transformation.
and it's about showing up for yourself every day.
With compassion.
Curiosity.
And a commitment to living a life that's true to you.
It's been so great exploring these prompts with you,
It has.
and we really hope this deep dive has given you some valuable tools and insights.
To support your own healing journey.
Until next time.
Take care.